I'm Mark Doty. As you might know, I'm a vintage synthesizer enthusiast. And one of the things that we as vintage synthesizer enthusiasts often wish is that some company would bring back some of these great vintage analog synthesizers from the past. Now, unfortunately, that hasn't happened. And often people will say things like, why would the big companies bring back any of those synthesizers? They're doing their own thing. They're doing great keyboards now. They don't need to do that. Or the other thing that people often say is, oh, they could never bring those back. All those knobs, they'd be far too expensive. Oh, those components are all gone. You couldn't possibly recreate any of those synthesizers from the past. Well, guess what happened? Korg decided to bring back the MS-20. Say hello to the MS-20 Mini. Don't let that name fool you. It's not mini enough to really be mini. It's slightly smaller, and you'll never notice. And I guess the biggest question anyone's going to come up with is, hey Mark, does it sound like the original? Well, I've owned 3 MS-20s in my life, and I'm a fan of the MS-20. And during the entire time that I shot these videos, and the times on the side where I played with it extensively, which I did, there was never a time where I thought, hey, well, they did a pretty good job. This seems a lot like the original. Yeah, it's cool. Never once was it like that. For me, I was playing an MS-20, and I was having the time of my life. If you look at my Facebook posts, I'm constantly just going, oh my gosh, this thing is so great. So yeah, this enthusiasm is not feigned. For me, playing this thing was like playing the original without a question. Now, there are some minor differences. You do have the 1/8" jacks, but they're not to worry about because Korg actually sends you along some cables to use with the thing, so it's really super convenient. It's slightly smaller, not smaller enough that you feel like it's smaller. You'll be used to it so quickly you won't even be thinking about it. These keys, are not full-size keys, but they're also not mini keys. They're like proportionally slightly smaller keys. And if you're a keyboard player like I am, you're not going to notice. The adjustment took no time at all. So it's slightly different, and it's modern. How often in this day and age does a company bring back a great synthesizer from the past, recreate it as closely as possible, and then give it to you for a very reasonable price? This is a great time for analog vintage synthesizers, or analog synthesizers in general. So anyway, if you want to know about how the new Korg MS-20 Mini sounds and how close it sounds to the original, watch this series of videos I've made about it. You're going to be able to compare against the originals to see whether you think they've done a great job. So anyway, watch the videos, enjoy them, and I think you'll probably share my view about this thing. Thank you.